Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Let me turn the lights off for that special effect. Just to let you guys know, unfortunately, we got some bad news. We got some news also that's good, plus a little bit of sprinkles of some transfer news. But before we go any further, please do let me know what you guys think about the video in the comment section at any point throughout the video, and hit that like button while you guys are at it. But of course, we first have to start with the captain, the main man, one of the best players at the club, Martin Odegaard, is unfortunately going to be injured for an extended period of time. Yes, Martin Odegaard will be out until at least late late November. That's what they're saying. And I'm gutted for Martin Odegaard. I feel sorry for him. I hope he can get well soon. Hopefully he can get back onto the pitch as soon as possible. But we do need to start with talking about Martin Odegaard. It has been trending all day today. Everyone's speaking about it, and I had to do a video to get you guys informed and up to date on everything. The person who reported it initially is, of course, none other than Samuel McBell from the BBC, and he states in his article, I'll put it up right now as we speak, so you guys can see what was said on the Samuel McBell article. What was said is, of course, Arsenal's captain Martin Odegaard is not expected to return to action until after November's international break due to an MCL injury, set to miss minimum 9 games for the club and country. That is very unfortunate, and hopefully Martin Odegaard can be back very soon. In the meanwhile, while he's injured, we at least have the likes of Eze and Ethan who can hold it down for Arsenal while Odegaard is out injured. We have to be thankful that we have those guys who can hold it down for us. And just to tell you guys what games Arsenal are going to have him missing for, I can show you guys right now. He's going to be missing the next 7 games potentially. And these are the games that he's going to be missing: Fulham away, Atletico Madrid at home, Crystal Palace at home, Brighton at home, Burnley, Slavia Prague, and Sunderland, meaning the game that he will return is most likely the Northland Derby at the Emirates on November 23rd versus Tottenham. Hopefully he comes back fit and available, ready to go for that game. He is a big miss. And in the meanwhile, while he's out injured, how is Arsenal going to set up? You might ask. I'll show you. So this is how we played with Martin Odegaard in the team for the last game. I think it's going to be a situation where we just bring in Zubimendi and you put Declan Rice on that position, and you pretty much play with Martin Odegaard with Zubimendi in the 6, Declan Rice on the right. On the left, and you pretty much go like that. Now, if you ever want to play Ethan in there, you can play Ethan in there in that 10 position, and you can also play Eze on the left if you want to. So that is just another option we have, as there's just so many little things that we need to discuss about today and everything around all the news. But yeah, this is just some of the conversations that are being floated around. What is Arsenal going to do? How are we going to deal with things? And just the overall news around that is very interesting. So yeah, that is the situation with Martin Odegaard. Now, there is also some updates on some other players that are injured, and we're going to speak about them and what's their latest update. Like, for example, Hincapie. Everybody wants to know what's going on with Hincapie. He is actually officially going to be back after the upcoming international break. He signed for Leverkusen. We never seen him actually play besides a little bit of a cameo in the first Champions League game versus PSV. So no, versus Atletico Bilbao. So besides that, wait, was our first Champions League game versus Atletico Bilbao? I swear it was. That was the game he played, right? That's the game he played. Why am I thinking PSV? What's wrong with me? Something like that. But yeah, Arsenal matches. Let me check. When did he play? When did Hincapie play? Hincapie. Yeah, he made his debut for Arsenal in the Champions League on 16th of September. So yeah, he's been injured. Hopefully Hincapie, we can see him come back very soon and get some game time. He is going to be somebody who can give us a little bit of a rest. But you know what? Arsenal is ready to deal with injuries. And this team that we have right now is very equipped and ready to deal with injuries. Like, let me just show you The Premier League did an article today where they were talking about Premier League teams and just their squad depth. And Arsenal squad depth came up in this article. And as you can see in the attacking third, we have all these attackers that can play well. We have all these midfield options, plus the defense. We're just stacked in nearly every single key area. We have prepared ourselves for the inevitability of injuries, and we just have to be very thankful that not too many players have gotten injured at the same time. But even if they have, we do have cover for example, the striker. We have Havertz and Jesus out. Madueke is currently out, and we still are solid in the attack. Defensively, we've had Odegaard out. Of course, Christian Norgard has been out, and luckily nobody else has been out. Defensively, we've had Benjamin White, we've had Saliba miss time, hincapie miss time, and we've had Mazu Skelly be pretty much playing off the bench for majority of these games this season. So squad depth is there. And if I'm not mistaken, one of Trossard, did Trossard miss a little time? I don't know. But yeah, our bench looks solid. Compare that to, for example, Liverpool. You look at Liverpool, Kanate's injured for them right now, and uh, Leone's injured. They're pretty much down to Van Dijk and Gomez only. They don't have a solid right back, and their left back situation is dire also. Gravenberch is injured for them, and I don't know who else is injured, but that's pretty much that. They're shaking it. As for Man City, another title contender, um, Man City look like they have a solid squad. I'm not gonna lie, but they're thin on the attacking options. If you look at that, outside of Erling Haaland, I don't really rate the majority of their attackers. Marmoush and Haaland, really, that's pretty much it for me. But yeah, people call me a hater. Call me a hater. Call me whatever you want. I just think it's Arsenal's year, and I hope it is. But yeah, enough about Manchester City and all that stuff. Let's get on to some of the other news around Arsenal. There is a little bit more news around Arsenal potentially looking at transfers. But before we finish off with the transfers, there's also some news around potential players that could be leaving the club. Reports are that Kepa Arrizabalaga could be headed to Italy. Yes, Kepa Arrizabalaga could be headed to Italy as Fabregas is looking for a goalkeeper for Coma. And in the winter market, his number one target is Arsenal's Kepa Arrizabalaga, as reported by this source right here. Very reliable Spanish source apparently. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Kepa Arrizabalaga. Personally, for me, you don't want to lose your number two goalkeeper. You want to just keep everything okay. But if we do get a good transfer fee, why not? Uh, just depends who the number two is going to be for David Raya if something happens. Hopefully, nothing does happen because David Raya, I view him as one of the best in the world. Um, Reports are that Gabriel Jesus is ready to accept. Arsenal are ready to accept an offer exceeding 30 million for Gabriel Jesus. Now, will we get that offer for Gabriel Jesus from anybody? I don't know, but Gabriel Jesus for 30 million does make sense. And for Arsenal, it makes sense. For Jesus, it makes sense. It's a World Cup year. He wants to get as much game time as possible. He needs to get game time. So there you go. Gabriel Jesus is ready to be off. If for any reason anybody is willing to spend the money on Gabriel Jesus in the January window, Arsenal will make it available. Now, reports are that Arsenal have been, what do you call it, proposed an offer exceeding 43 million plus Gabriel Jesus for Yildiz. Now, that would be something I would consider if it was possible. But will this actually happen? Is this the most reliable source? I would say it's not. So we got to take it with a grain of salt. Of course, Semenyo is also an Arsenal fan, and I don't conflict the two, my job and what do you call it, when I play against Arsenal and the team I watch all my life. So there you go. Uh, and then people are just saying who would be Arsenal's perfect left wing signing. Would it be Semenyo, who's an Arsenal fan? We have another let it all work out kind of situation, or uh, Yildiz, who is one of Juventus's shining lights and is a proper left wing target for everybody across Europe. So there you have it right there. Yildiz, of course, Arsenal have been scouting him. Juventus are insisting he's not for sale, so there is a possibility that he won't be available at all. And of course, Arsenal sent scouts for the Juventus AC Milan game to keep an eye on Yildiz. Arsenal talent signs Victor, whatever his name is, from the Irish club Shamrock Rovers. Will join in 2027 when he turns 18. And we are currently keeping an eye on this 19-year-old center back that plays for Real Sociedad, John Martin. So there's the news there. Is there anything else? Well, there was something on Haters TV where Bukayo Saka kind of opened up about his injury and his issues with coming back from injury this season, basically stating that you know what he has had a tough time this season when saying obviously he wants to play football. He wants to play football. He wants to be out there. He wants to do what he does. But he has said that he has found it tough this season. Bukayo Saka on the way, he's back to his top level. Obviously, I started the season picking up injuries, which killed me a bit. I'm starting to feel good. I'm still not at my sharpest, but I'm starting to get feeling good again. I've scored the last 3 games. I'm scoring. Sorry. I'm happy uh, with that and want to continue in that way. So there you have it. Bukayo Saka is opening up a little bit about his struggles with injuries this season and he's starting to regain his confidence. He said he's still not at his sharpest, but I'm starting to feel good again. You love to hear that. You love to hear that. As for Declan Rice, he opened up about how Arsenal have started up the season strong. This is a good video on Haters TV, and just how he's what do you call it, getting into the box, scoring goals. What Thomas Frank is asking him, how playing on the left side of the midfield kind of suits him. All around action midfielder. He likes to be a back to back. What do you call it? A box to box midfielder, and he's having another good strong start to the season for Arsenal and for England. So there you have it. Him speaking there, and of course Bukayo Saka also not giving away too many secrets when being asked about defenders and his secrets around how to get past defenders. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Is there anything else of specific note that I need to mention? Let me just check quickly before I move on to end the video. But oh, Jack Grealish, not Jack Grealish, Jack Wilshere. What the hell? Why did I say Jack Grealish? Jack Wilshere has now become the manager of Luton Town. That is big up to him. Hopefully he can keep it moving and get himself up there as a top manager, get them back to the top level. Shout out to Luton Town for getting Jack Wilshere as their new manager. He was one of the managers in the academy setup previously, and we wish him all the best over here. At least I do as an Arsenal fan, and I'll keep an eye out for it. I'll keep an eye out for it. When it comes to what else is there? Is there anything else that we're missing? That is pretty much it. Let me just go through the international break and some of the performances for some of these players during the international break. And Arsenal, of course, have had a lot of players out on international duty. David Raya, did he get any game time during international break? No, he did not. Then you have, who else is there? Let's see, Kepa. No, Kepa's not getting any game time, of course. Timber clean sheets for against Finland and against Malta. 2 clean sheets, played 60 minutes in this game, played 90 minutes in that game. That's solid. I seen Saliba kept a clean sheet for France against Azerbaijan where they won 3-0. Mbappe was looking crazy in that game. You had Christian Mascara. Is he playing for the under 21s or no, not playing? Gabriel's played for Brazil. I seen that. South Korea 5-0. He really rattled a lot of Spurs fans with his photo. Unfortunately, Calafiori couldn't keep a clean sheet with Italy in the game versus Estonia 3-1. Did Miles Skelly get any game time for England? Yeah, he did. 10 minutes versus Wales. Martin Zubimendi for Spain. He got 81 minutes versus versus them. Mikel Moreno, did he play for Spain? Yeah, 90 minutes in that game. Did he also get on the goal sheet once again? No, he didn't. Not this time. Is Eze played? Yeah, he played Oh no, he didn't even get a minute versus them. Saka, of course, played 90 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, 70 minutes and got a goal. Who else is there? Did Martinelli play for Brazil? I don't know. Did Martinelli play? No, he didn't get on the pitch. Of course, Victor Gyökeres, his team lost to Switzerland 2-0, and Gyökeres is getting a lot of stick for something that wasn't even in his control. But yeah, that's just a quick little update on all the latest on international duty. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys hit that like on the video. And of course, check out the channel sponsor today, OK Jerseys. If you guys have gotten to this far in the video, I need you guys to go check out OK Jerseys. You can use the code Egal on checkout to get a discount. And of course, you can use the QR code to get you straight to the page. As you can see here, you can get Arsenal shirts for anywhere between 13 to 17. You can get Arsenal shirts anywhere between 13 to 17.90, and you just click on it. You pick your size. You always want to pick one size larger because these are Asian sizes. So small, they're generally smaller. So a large would actually be extra large. Extra large would actually be extra large. But yeah, a small would be actually a medium. It's just smaller fits. So you always want to go one size bigger. So check it out if you guys want to get your jersey at a discounted price. Nothing's wrong with a cheaper jersey. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love for the love, people. You already know what it is. Egal Talks Football. Peace.